Okay, that's the warning. I don't know if the camera will be able to see it, but we're going to go for it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. You guys, let me know if you can't hear me or anything like that. And so we're going to talk a little bit today about lighting. And I'm actually going to scoot up a little bit since there's not as many people here today. Okay. So all of us here are low vision, and that's kind of the reason why we thought about doing this, is because lighting can be really, really helpful for low vision. For most of us, there are some that's like Theresa, our executive director. She doesn't like a lot of lighting. In her office, it looks like a cave. I walk in there and I always have to ask her if she's even in the room because I can't see her. It's so dark in there. But the majority of us, we really like a lot of light. And lighting, and it just because it helps us see. It puts more light on the subject or the task, and it allows our eyes to see it better. If anybody has been walking around in the dark, at night, it's really hard to see anything. And then you go into a nice bright room, and okay, well, now we can see. So lighting, it's not only important for that, but it's also very important for task. You always hear the term task lighting. And that's, if someone's sitting at a desk, they can have a lamp right there pointing down at their paperwork so that they can see it better. But there's a lot of other places, especially around your house, that task lighting can be very helpful. One of the main places is in the kitchen. For a lot of us in the kitchen, we maybe have one lamp right above or light fixture right above in the middle of the ceiling, and maybe one above the sink. And that's usually about it. So I don't know if you guys have ever.
What about the stove?
Yeah, maybe one over the stove. If it hasn't burned out. Mine's burnt out right now. I got to get a new light bulb. Yeah. And it's not a normal light bulb. It's a weird oval one. But
Go to battery plus.
yeah, Lowe's has them too. But so if you've ever been, you go to make something and you go to your counter, and for all of us with low vision, we have to lean over and look closely at what we're doing. And when you do that, though, your head is blocking that light on the ceiling, and so it's casting a shadow right in front of you, which makes it harder to see what you're trying to do. And so it's super frustrating. So places like that, closets, the pantry in your kitchen, these are all places that can be very helpful with extra lighting. Yeah. I mean, in my bathroom, there's just those one lights, so I need more light in the other side of the bathroom, over where the medicine cabinet is. I mean, there's lots. Yeah, garages. There's lots of places where we need extra lighting, but we have a lot of great options nowadays. So I want to talk about different types of lighting and what to think about if you're shopping for lighting. Number one is the power of the lighting or the light bulb, and that's usually in volts, a 100 or watts, 100 watt, 80 watt, 90 watt, 20 watt. That's how strong the light is, and that's going to be different for everybody. I can't tell you what power to get for you. It's going to be different for everybody. I personally want to get the strongest power that I can, the strongest light that I can, so it's the brightest that it can be. So I usually go for the higher number, but you have to be careful because some light fixtures can't handle the high numbers. Yeah. The other thing to talk about is color temperature. And that refers to how hot or how cold, how warm or how cool the color is. So for example, let me turn my light on here. I brought this little light in from home. And we have, let me change it here.
I don't know if you have it over there. I know it's called Kelvin lighting, color lighting.
Yeah, so color is measured in like Marty said, in Kelvin. That's the number. So it might say 500 or 5,000 K. The K stands for Kelvin. That's the measurement of light color, light temperature. And when we say temperature, we're not talking about hot or cold. We're talking about cool colors, which means towards the blue colors, or warm colors towards the yellows and the reds. So like this light that I have here, and maybe the camera can see it and you guys can see it. It's also the same color as these lights we have on the ceilings. These are what we call daylight balanced lights, which means it's perfectly in the middle between white or between blue and yellow. So it's perfectly white. Someone else again?
Yeah, Rod and Linda.
Oh, okay. Come on in, guys. Hi. I'm gonna have you guys sit over here at this table. We can try and spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
If you can get around over there.
Have you started?
Just a little bit, but not too much.
Oh, good.
I miss all.
Oh, dear.
You missed a giveaway, I'm sorry.
Oh,
And there's sanitizer on everybody's tables if you need some.
thank you.
It's good to see you guys.
Thanks.
So no, all we've talked about so far is maybe some places where extra lighting can be helpful. For mainly for people with low vision, little extra lighting in your kitchen, little extra light underneath your countertops. That's a big one in my house. I had some really dark underneath the cabinets. The counters were super dark right under the cabinets, and I put in some lighting there to help brighten everything up. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll talk about different options for that kind of stuff. Something else that somebody talked about earlier today, I was talking with them on a phone call, is if you have to scan a document, if you have some kind of document scanner that reads it out loud, then you're going to need some lighting there. It's going to help. You're going to get a much better scan if you have a nice bright light. But what I was talking about also right now is the different color temperatures. So when you're shopping for a light bulb, you're going to be looking at the power, or like the wattage, 100 watt, 50 watt, something like that. And that's how strong the light is. But you're also going to be looking at the color of the light. And this is going to be, once again, this is all subjective per person. I personally like the bright white, pure white. Sometimes on the package, it might be called daylight balanced or daylight. And that just means it's perfectly in the middle between the cool temperatures and the warm temperatures, or the light that kind of has a blue tint to the light that kind of has a yellow tint. These lights in this room here are daylight balanced, so they're perfectly white, just like this one I have. They're very similar color. Meanwhile, the ones out in our lobby are more towards the yellow side, and we did that on purpose so that we could demonstrate different color temperatures. The other thing, and those temperatures are on a, I guess they go up by thousands. So the warm is down towards the 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Daylight is right around 5,000 Kelvin. We talked about Kelvin as the way you measure color temperature or color, light color. Then going to the blues, you're going to higher. So 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. That's more blue. If you think about going into a hospital and it's just a very bluish green light, that's kind of a higher Kelvin number. And I can actually, let's see. So here, now I've got mine set to a yellow, which is going to be more of a soft white light bulb. But this is going to be a lower Kelvin number, probably around 3,000. But now you can tell how yellow versus the white of the lights up top there. Some people prefer the yellow in their homes. And like I said, it's all a preference. This is kind of old school, the old tungsten light bulbs, they were all yellow. And so we kind of got used to that growing up with that. but I personally prefer the white, and you can get those with LEDs, and we're going to talk about LEDs here in a minute. But like I said, it's just a personal preference. Some people prefer, for me, with my vision, I need as much bright light as possible. So I get something like one of these. Or if I'm shopping for a light bulb, I want to shop for right around 5,500, 5,000, 5,500 Kelvin. That's the daylight balance. Now, anybody have any questions about color, temperature, and power and all that? Okay.
55,000 isn't a lot, right? It's
5,500. Yeah, 5,000 to 5,500. Yeah, that's the Kelvin. It usually says like it'll be 5,000 K is what it'll be marked on the box. No, that's not the power. That's just the color of the light. Yeah, the watts, 100 watt, something like that is what you're going to be looking for the power. And one thing I mentioned before is that all of this is different for everybody, but I personally, like I said, I want to get the brightest, strongest light I can, but you also have to be careful that your light fixture can handle a 100 watt light bulb. Some light fixtures can't, so kind of have to be careful with that.
I bought a 150 watt bulb one time at Walmart. I got home, and that's about 3 days and blew up.
oh no.
I used to have a neighbor who was an electrician, and I told him I was telling him about how I really needed some bright lights, and he got this one tungsten light bulb. So tungsten is the old school ones with the filament that glows hot. He got one that it was huge, and it was so hot, and he got me a light fixture for it. I needed it for my videos, and it would be as far away from you are to me, Marty, and I could still feel the heat coming off of this thing. It was so bright.
Yeah, 150 watt bulb was pretty hot.
Yeah, it's so that's so, and we're going to be talking about different types of bulbs. Sorry, Linda, I don't mean to cut you off if you were going to.
Oh no, I was
Okay.
just gonna say I thought they might have bulbs these days that don't heat up.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the different types of bulbs here in just a second. So I talked about it a little bit about where some extra light could be helpful. Task lighting in your home. If you've got a sewing machine, you might want to put some light over there. You've got a piano, get some light down there. Places people don't think about, as I mentioned before, also the pantry in your kitchen. I've lived in my house for 11 years now. I just put a light in my pantry like last month, and it's been a world of difference. I don't know how I made it a decade without having a light in this pantry. Because now, and I put in a motion activated light, which we're going to talk about those here in a minute, so that when I just open the door, it turns on, and it's so great. But one thing is that you can also take portable lighting. And I've got some examples here. Of course, everybody's familiar with a flashlight. They come in different shapes and sizes. I've got a super powerful one here. This one even does like the security flashing light, so you can blind and someone trying to attack you or something. This is
one with the red light on.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. This is a pretty heavy duty one, Linda. I'll let you hold this one. You can see what it feels like. So that
You don't have it on though.
nope.
Can you turn it on?
The plunger, if you reach to the top here, you can feel the rubber part, and it just pushes in like a pin. Yeah, there you go. And then
Do what? Oh,
so that one,
yeah. Ooh.
that's a good one if you're,
Does it have different degrees of brightness or not?
It does, yeah. If you click it, that's high, there's a medium and a low, and then the fourth click is the flashing, I believe.
That's the one for the flashing is the one when someone attacks you, right?
Yeah, you put it in their eyes.
Yeah.
But that one also, that thing is so big and heavy, you could probably club them too with it if you, if you had to. But there's also, there's smaller ones, there's portable, or there's different shapes and sizes. My wife got these. These are for running. You put them on your hand here, and you just hold them like this, and you run with them.
I'm not pulling your shoes.
That's what you need at the bus stop.
Yeah. So it's just like on your fist,
Hmm.
and it keeps you, makes you visible for the cars and stuff. There's that one that
Where do you get those?
you can probably buy these at like Walmart or any kind of big
Oh.
box store, Amazon. It's for runners. So if you looked in the running area. One thing that I love is this is a headlamp. If I can open it up, put it on. So this little headlamp, and it's adjustable. You can angle it down. You can put it where you need to. So if somebody needed a little extra light for reading, or if they wanted to, I use this when I'm grilling out. Maybe if it's starting to get dark outside and I'm cooking on the grill, I'll use my headlamp here so I can get some light down into the grill and see what I'm looking at. These are great. People will use these when they're walking out at night. You know, if you're, or early morning, you're taking the kids to the bus stop and it's still a little dark outside, you can wear a headlamp.
Or you can use it to mine coal.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's right.
This or one of the handheld lanterns.
That's what I said, mine are 49 over there.
Yeah, this one even has a red setting,
Oh.
I guess for emergency, I don't
Here's
know.
the one with the flashlight with the button on the bottom.
Right here.
Yeah.
But these can be super helpful,
Yeah.
lots of situations as well. And the main reason why these are so easy to make in all different types, shapes, and small sizes is because with the advent of LED lights. And in fact, this flashlight is actually LEDs. This isn't a bulb, it's LEDs. And LEDs can get super powerful. So LED, light emitting diode. It's just a tiny little, I don't even know what it is, but you know, yes, diode. Yeah, you put power to it and it glows, for lack of a better term. But they can be any kind of color under the rainbow. This light box that I have here is actually just all LEDs, and it can do different colors. It can do all under the rainbow, blues, reds, greens. But they don't take heat. That's a nice thing about it. And that's what Linda was talking about. Now that you can get LED light bulbs that don't give off heat, but they give off just as much power as the old school light bulbs or halogen light bulbs. Yeah, even
Like the
more.
old bug light,
So I took like
the old bug light.
the other day, I had a 100-watt bulb and it blew out. So I took my LED bulb, put it in there, a whole lot brighter, and brighten up the room a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I've changed out all the bulbs in my house with daylight balanced bright LEDs, just everywhere, linen closet, washer, or in my laundry room, my closets, and it's been great. And they're supposed to last for forever, just about like years and years and years.
No, nothing lasts forever.
Lasts a long time though.
Yeah, and so they're supposed to be energy efficient.
You never need a maintenance guy on your car.
And they can put out a lot of power. But they allow you to also to be made into all types of different small shapes and things like that. And some of the best ones, though, and I don't have any examples of them here, are LED strips. And it kind of reminds me of an old film strip. It comes on a film roll, but it's a flexible strip of LED lights. And then it's got a plug at one end. The strip has adhesive on the back. So you peel off the paper and you can stick these LED strips anywhere. So it really opens up a lot of flexibility for us with low vision to add this extra lighting in different situations. So that is what I actually put into my pantry. I took I think it was a 10-foot strip of LED lights, and I ran it up the inside of the door frame, across the top, and back down the other side, and then plugged it in. And I have it plugged up to a motion sensor. So like I said, when I open up the door, it senses that motion and it automatically turns the lights on. And because I've got them going up the sides and down the other side, it completely illuminates the entire pantry, and it's great. It's fantastic. I also put those underneath the cabinets in my kitchen, and I have them run through the cabinet and plugged into the outlet that's right above the microwave, right above the stove that the microwave is plugged into. It's inside of a cabinet. And I also connected those to an Amazon Echo smart plug. So I can tell Alexa, I don't think we have any in here. I can tell Alexa to turn on my cabinet lights. So hands-free, all of a sudden my cabinets all light up and glow, and my countertops are nice and bright. And it's been great, yeah. And because it's a strip of adhesive, I just stuck it up to the underside of the cabinets, and really easy, super easy installation. But that's been great too. I have a friend who ran a strip underneath the railing of his stairs. So when you walk up to the stairs, it just automatically turns on, and you've got light going all the way down the stairs. Yeah, so there's lots of really cool ways that you can use those. And like I said, you can connect them to the Amazon Echo, the Google Home Hub. Now they have motion activated. They also have light sensing. So my wife recently bought some LED light bulbs that have
When you stroke your motorcycle, Sam.
I wish that was my motorcycle. I wish I could drive a motorcycle. So it's a light bulb, and it has a little light sensor on top. And we plugged it in outside in our front porch, the lights on our front porch. So when the sun goes down and night comes, these light bulbs automatically sense that and automatically turn on. And they're on all night long. And then when the sun rises in the morning, they automatically turn off again.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been great. So I don't have to remember to turn on the front porch light, and then in the morning remember to turn it back off again. It just does it automatically, and it's been great.
How's that affect your electric bill?
Well, they're LEDs, and we were turning the lights on anyways overnight. So it probably hasn't. If anything, it's maybe made it better, because now I don't forget to turn it off.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
If you get the LED strips, you have to plug them in, right?
Yeah, some are plug-in, some are battery.
Okay. I was just asking because, like, if you got the ones that plug in, and like you put them in the pantry or you put them in a cabinet underneath or something,
Yeah.
you're gonna have all these cords that are gonna show, aren't you?
Yeah, the ones under my cabinet are plug-in, and I ran the cable up between two of the cabinets, and I drilled a hole into the cabinet right above my microwave, because there's a plug in there. So it goes in there. So the cords are all hidden that way. The pantry one, I actually ran a plug, an extension cord, through the wall into my pantry, and so that's plugged into there.
Okay.
So yeah, you do have to kind of be creative to hide your cables.
I think I can get me the ones with the battery.
Yeah, I have a coffee area in my kitchen where my coffee and tea maker is, and that cabinet is away from the other ones, so I couldn't run the same lights from those cabinets over. So I got another kit, a light strip, and that one has a battery one. And so it's got a motion activated one. So whenever I walk over to that area, the lights turn on. But once again, it's LEDs, so it's not using a lot of battery. So I'm hoping I can go like a year or so without having to change the batteries. I don't know.
Where can you get the LED strips?
You can get them on Amazon. That's where I bought all mine. There's
I was wondering that too.
hundreds of different kinds, colors. You can get some that can. My friend got me a set that connects to an app on my phone, and I can change the colors through the app on my phone on the strip. Just crazy amount of stuff. You can get some that change colors based on music playing in the room.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
Does it do it
Like
according to
you're
the
in the
rhythm?
woods.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like them old jukeboxes used to do.
Yeah. My daughter has those in her room.
Those are cool.
Yeah. Or if you talk, ba 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 ba, it'll
Yeah.
flash. So, one other place that is super helpful that these light strips, the LED light strips, they also make small lights, really thin lights, thin, long lights that are used in closets, are great for closets. But another place that these are super helpful is, I've seen, is people will put them underneath beds. And so that when you wake up in the morning, in the middle of the night, you've got to use the bathroom, when you get out of bed and you put your feet down on the floor, it triggers the light. And there's a nice low kind of soft glow coming from under the bed. And it will help you, kind of like a nightlight. It'll help you find your way to the restroom or whatever.
Also helpful to see the monsters under the bed.
Yeah.
Well, if
If
the glow starts and then you see shadows in the glow, that's when you need to worry.
You run.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've also seen people will put those underneath the kick plate of your cabinets in your bathroom. So once again, you walk in and it will see your feet and it will turn on, and it just adds a little bit of a glow in that area, like a nightlight. Yeah.
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 We have a little strip, battery operated strip. Linda wanted to have it on the door, bring into the
When the frame, like the door.
door frame,
Mhm.
bring into the kitchen. It's a battery operated one. And it's motion sensitive and light sensitive. And it works great, except that we always have a light on in the living room.
Oh,
And so
Yes,
it never
that's-
sees that it's dark.
dark enough, yeah.
It's dark enough to turn on, but
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons I came,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
because I would really appreciate, I was hoping that would, in the doorway, I was hoping it would help me. But I don't know if it would or not. Maybe I need something else.
I think it would if it was dark in the living room. But
Yeah.
There are some, so I bought a set of something like that. They were originally made for closets, so it's long and skinny. Maybe it's the same kind, I don't know. But and it's motion activated. And I thought, oh, this will be great. I'll put it in my closet because I've got a walk-in closet in my master bedroom. And I thought every time, because sometimes I'll just walk in and I'll throw something in the hamper and walk out, and I don't want to take the extra 2 seconds to turn the light on and then turn it back off because I'm lazy. So I like, oh, if I just walk in and the light comes on automatically, this will be great. But it's the same thing. They have a motion sensor, but they also have a light sensor. And so if the light in the bathroom, because my closet is through the bath, you got to go through the bathroom to get into it. The bathroom light's on, it's too bright in the closet, even with the lights off, to trigger those motion things, just like you were saying. Now, and with those, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. I did recently get actually the motion activated ones in my coffee tea area. They had a little switch that allowed you to do motion activated and light sensor together, so that it only worked if it was dark enough in the room. Or you could turn off the light sensor so that it will motion activate no matter how much ambient light is in the room. And that's what I had to do. So you may check to see if it has some kind of switch. If it doesn't, then you might have to try and shop around for something else.
battery operated or plug-in?
Battery, both. The one I have by my coffee has the option for both. The one I have in my closet are battery. They're just little. Yeah, they've got a magnet on one side that you can attach to something. And they work great in my, I've got those same things in my linen closet, which the linen closet door is always shut. So it works great when you open it up, comes on, and it lights up the linen closet. It works fantastic in there, but in my walk-in closet, it doesn't because it's just not dark enough. Yeah. So, something else I wanted to talk about is there's all types of lamps you can get, desk lamps. I've got this floor lamp. Floor lamps can be great. I've got a floor lamp at home like this, and I use it whenever we're in like the living room playing cards or something, because I can put it right next to me, kind of over my shoulder, and makes my cards nice and bright.
Does it distract anyone else?
I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as I can see it, that's all I care about.
There you go.
No, I don't think it does. Nobody has said anything anyway.
So it can be more direct towards you and not,
Yeah. In fact, let me just pull it over there, so you can see what it looks like.
yeah. You know, we got a lamp, speaking of lamps, I wanted a lamp on my desk, my computer desk. Not because it would help me with any tasks, but I'd really like to see light.
Mhm.
And I wanted more than you would get if you turned on the light in the room.
Yeah.
I don't think I can see that anymore. I could at first, but
Yeah, left hand. Maybe it's just not.
I wonder if I could get a different type of light bulb to put in.
Yeah, maybe a brighter light bulb.
Let's see.
So it's got
I-
a, maybe they call this a gooseneck,
Yeah,
so it'll adjust
I
and,
don't know why. Do you have it very bright? Because I can't.
no, it's not turned on at all. right
Oh,
there.
gee. How do you turn it on? Can you?
I don't have it plugged in. There's a switch somewhere.
I found it.
Yeah.
I felt it do something when I
Yeah,
flipped it too.
it's just not plugged in. It's
Oh,
that's kind of
But-
brought it to illustrate that there's.
yeah, but I wonder. Oh, and that does heat up.
Oh.
Wait, why does that feel hot?
Doesn't-
Does-
Maybe you're just hot.
Oh, it doesn't feel hot with my right hand. I don't know.
No.
So you say it's not plugged in, so.
Right, yeah. But so that would be easily moved, from room to room if you
Yeah.
needed to, and positioned. I've got a desk one here that's exactly the same kind as that. It just sits on a desk. It's smaller. There's clamp lights. I've got one here that I got from Amazon recently. And it is just it has that same kind of gooseneck, and it's a strip of LEDs in the lamp part, but it has a clamp. So you can clamp it onto the side of a desk. You can clamp it onto a doorway and then angle the light wherever you need it. This one also does a bright white, but it also does the yellow color, which they call bicolor. But this is really nice because in my kitchen, cooking, for example, I have the light right above the stove that's, shining down into the pot. But sometimes for me, that's not enough. So I want more light. So I will clip this onto the cabinet right above me, and then I can move the light down, angle it down to where it's pointing down into the pot. And it gives me a lot more bright light down in that pot, so I can kind of see a little better what I'm cooking. And this was like $8 on Amazon. They're super cheap. They're not expensive at all. There's a little nut in here that I need to tighten up because it's kind of wobbly. Yeah.
I have a lamp too that's like the floor lamp.
Mhm.
My girlfriend got me, but it's also a magnifying lamp.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a bunch of those here. And it just, once again, it just illustrates how light helps so much, especially with magnifier. Yeah. Those are great. Yeah. They tend not to be strong enough for a lot of us though. Magnifiers, they're only maybe like 2 or 3 times magnification. But yeah, that's cool. And so then that's basically all I wanted to talk about with lighting. I just kind of wanted to give you guys some ideas if you're thinking about picking up some lights, some things that might to look for as far as the light color, the light temperature. The brightness, LED is really the way to go nowadays. It's kind of future proof. I don't even know if they sell the tungstens anymore that much, or the fluorescents. I think everybody's going towards LED. But
Question,
yes,
how many of these are mercury? Got, have mercury in them now? They're
Probably
putting
not.
mercury in them.
probably none, I would guess. I don't think they do that anymore.
I don't know, I got a couple of KU bulbs that are all mercury in them, and if they bust, then you have to have a
Yeah,
SWAT team in there.
Oh, wow.
hazmat suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using them up to burn them out. Then I'm gonna send them over to the city to recycle them somehow. They'll take the mercury bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a giveaway. I was kidding Linda earlier. We have these little LED lights that we're going to give you guys all to take home. It's a little shaped like a pin. I should have brought one with me. I can go grab one. Bless you. But it has a little LED. It has a little strip of LEDs on it. Let me go grab one. Actually, it's easier to tell you than talk about it.
Substitute. Make it better. Okay.
You're going all the
Oh, gee.
time. I have to- Louisiana, look.
Hey, Marty.
Yeah.
I've been always, when I used to work and had to get off work and it's dark, I always carried a flashlight around with me.
Yeah,
When I'm out there at the bus stop,
yeah.
most of those bus stops don't have any lights on them.
Oh,
I shine the light out there on the street and most time the bus drivers can see the light out there on the street and I move it back and forth. They know maybe somebody's there, so a couple of them have said that they thought that was a good idea to have a flashlight with you.
yeah, it was there.
So these, just a little LED pen, shaped like a pen. It has a plunger at the top that will cause it to come on. When you guys first open them up, you'll need to pop off the battery compartment, and there's a little piece of paper in there causing the batteries to not make contact.
No matters, I think.
So it's an LED.
AAA, I
pen.
believe, maybe. AAA.
Wow, how neat.
Yeah. The cool thing about these, though, well, number one, it also has our contact information on there if you guys ever forget who we are. But
Yeah, who are we?
yeah, but the also cool is that this bottom here is magnetic, and also the pocket clip is magnetic. So it's really cool. You can, I don't know if we have any metal in here. I guess the door.
Pocket clip.
Well, the door's
Put it on your pocket.
the door's not even metal.
Walk on your shirt, front shirt, walk in the house.
So I keep one on the refrigerator, stuck on the refrigerator. So that's easy for me to find it if I need it. It's always hanging there. You know, or you could stick it somewhere else made out of metal.
Where's the battery in on this thing?
Takes two AAA.
Two AAAs. Yeah,
You don't have them in there though, right?
Yep.
yeah, they're in there.
Where's the battery?
The
going?
little black thing at the very bottom that
Yeah.
twists
okay.
to the right and pops
Okay.
out.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
To the right.
Yeah, I got you, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we got any batteries
I don't
here.
know how you
Someone
pop it
asked
out.
for batteries the last.
Just turn around, I'll see.
Mac, do you have any
Pull it out.
questions or anything?
Just pull it out. Linda.
Oh,
Turn it,
pull it out.
turn it, pull it out.
One,
Mac, you
No, no
Okay.
questions. I tell you what, it's very informative to hear all the different devices you've got. Where do you get those strip lights with light sensors on them? You know, like to put it in a closet when you open the door,
Yeah,
they come on or help you be.
yeah, I've got
See?
mine. I've gotten mine from Amazon. That's where I purchased mine. They probably sell them at places like Walmart and like Lowe's.
Probably batteries plus
Batteries Plus has them here in Lexington.
Okay,
Do we have a batteries plus here?
Yeah, it's over on Richmond.
Richmond Road.
Yeah.
Oh.
My son works there, actually.
Yeah.
I probably
what
ran
do you
into them over
actually
there a
call
couple
that
times.
type of?
What was that, Mac?
Is it just an LED strip light? Is it just an LED
Exactly.
strip light? Is that what they call it?
Yes, exactly. LED strip light.
Did you say it was a pen?
Pretty bright.
No, it's pin shaped.
Oh, it's not a.
Yeah,
pen.
no, not a pin.
Oh,
Shaped like one.
Shaped like a pin, but you can keep it in your pocket, you know, or keep it in a purse or in a
right.
You know, my video.
One
off
thing,
right now. They can't see me.
that I've come up,
I must have
discovered is that they have a light, flashlight attachments for canes.
Mhm.
You have to
Yeah.
use a cane.
Yeah,
One came with the one cane that I got, and then
Yeah, the Hurricane has one.
I got another cane with wider feet on it. I don't know what brand it is. Nova, and you can get a flash attachment for the handle. I guess.
okay. Yeah, Ambutech, the most popular maker of blind canes, they have a flashlight you can get too for the white cane. It's pretty cool. There's also, which that kind of reminded me, there's also a cane that light up, LED canes nowadays.
That's cool, yeah.
There's one called the Giza hand cane that if you put has a little battery in the handle, and when you push it in, the bottom of the cane lights up.
Neat.
Yeah,
What's it called again?
Giza hand, like Giza out in Egypt. Giza hand, HAND.
So you have to buy a whole cane to get it.
It's a whole cane. I think it's like $150 or something. It's kind of pricey.
Okay.
Is it a white cane or is
Yep.
it?
Yeah, it's a white cane. It looks like a normal cane. Everything's normal. It just has the LEDs in the bottom. I have one. I should have brought it in with me.
Gee, I can't. Maybe it's because it's light in the room or something too.
My sister always gives me the hard stuff.
Well, do you guys, anybody have any
Where's the
questions?
light
Yeah, this one
coming
won't
out of?
open, man.
This,
Okay.
these here?
This won't open. This is Charles' light, it won't open. I mean, I can pull up. I can
Oh, I
barely
can
turn
see
it.
it, but I sure have to
I
have
got
it.
turned, but it won't open.
Just kind of wiggle it. Some of them are stick.
Long as stick.
Hey,
Turn back in. Get it off there.
So you could put it on your shirt.
There
or
you go.
something.
Yeah. You got a pocket.
How do you turn it off? How do you shut it off?
Push the button.
I put vinyl paper, man.
It's just a little
Which one?
little white piece of
It
paper.
took it out. Did it fall out?
It must have fallen out. Is yours turn on now?
Yeah, it goes down.
Yeah, it
This?
must have fallen out.
Oh,
A little board to get it out. There you go.
is it?
It's off now.
no, you got all this
I don't
information.
I don't know why I
on
can't
soup,
see it very well.
Yes, we're gonna be,
Like
Can you give me the
people-
instructions to it? I can give it to my sister. She can get it on her computer, so,
it'll be on our YouTube page.
okay.
See, I'll tell you that paper towel or something.
Just a second, man.
Yeah. Don't pop it. Just a little bit. Not very bad.
Oh, okay. One, I was probably turning it the wrong way, Marty.
It turned to the right, man. You don't.
Yeah, I was turning it left.
Oh, no wonder it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Got stuck.
Oh, that would pop.